Good morning everybody, welcome to the Flower Patch. My name's Iris Smith, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day in this new year, and I hope you're all creating some beautiful spring or Valentine's Day arrangements for yourselves, a loved one, or even to sell, and I hope you're enjoying it. Right, today I'm going to do a crescent shaped wreath in just like lilacs and purples basically, with some greenery and a little bit of white also. So I'm going to do it on a 14-inch oval grapevine wreath, and I've already placed the hook on. I've done a bow and I've just done it out of one ribbon. I haven't done it on, you know, with a double ribbon of different sorts. I've kept it simple because not everybody likes busy bows, do they, with all different colours or whichever. They just like one colour. So I thought, let's do one colour today. So I've got the 7/8 deluxe ribbon. I think it's the deluxe, or no, it actually might be, it's the RG ribbon. Sorry, my apologies. Oh God, we're going wrong already, aren't we? And I may again place in a second one. I'm not sure yet, or I may place in another two, but with just like two smaller, you know, just two loops in it, because I'm planning on placing this one in the center, around the center. Maybe I put another one with two loops at the bottom as well as the top. So I've kept the ribbon out. So let's just go through what we've done. And I'm trying to do it where there's it's quite, you know, light coloured purples. I have got the odd dark purple to you know, allow the pastels or the lilacs to bounce off from the dark purples, so the light purples can bounce off of that. So first of all, and I've gone for sort of like light coloured foliage as well. I want it to be quite a subtle, you know, colour, but just with the odd dark colour for everything to bounce from. So I've got out my, I've cut some down and also placed some on single picks just before I started, of our oak, our like sage green oak leaf as well. Is it oak leaf? I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't know what's wrong with me. Or maple. It might be maple. Here we go. I've also got out some of our trade scantia, which has got a tiny little touch of like a pinky lilac colour right around the bottom of the leaf here. So I thought that would look nice also. Of course, guys, I'm going to have some fern. I love fern, so I've got the Boston fern out again for the movement. I just love movement. I've got out, I've just grabbed a full bunch and then some leftovers from when I used them last time. Some lilac coloured limonium. I use this a lot when I did real flowers, and it looks outstanding and adds lovely texture to any arrangement or bouquet. So we've got that as well. I've also grabbed, well, I say grabbed, I don't know why I grabbed this many, but I've got some lavender out as well with the spikes, to give that also different contrast from anything that is round. So we've got that also. I've found these, I've got to order some more. Some of these crocuses, again, it's a spring flower, and I've got these in dark purple. So these are the last of these. So I'm going to need to order some more. I've also, I haven't put a band on these, got out these little wild daisies where they've got lilac and then a slightly darker purple, virtually going on to sort of like a pink undertone to them as well, with some little white wildflowers incorporated and some of the foliage. So I've grabbed some of those. Now I've also got out, again, I don't want it to be, you know, really deep and rich in the colour. I've placed a few from a hydrangea head and put some pulled some off and put them on single picks, but I have bought out a few where they are on the actual full head in case I decide I want those in instead. And for our deep rich colour, I thought I'd get the poppies out again, and I've got them in the dark deep rich purple where all the light colours will bounce from these as well. So I've just grabbed 4 stems because I don't know how many I'm going to need. We'll see as we go along, but aren't they just so pretty? The lovely rich colour, they are really pretty, and with these brown stems as well, they look absolutely divine. I don't really care for the brown leaves. They are furry, they've got like fur texture. I don't really care for those, so I do pull those off. And for a bit of white, I've decided to get some dogwood. So I thought, let's add some dogwood. I've kept one on a longer stem and I've chopped others off as a stem as well. But I've got 5 here. I don't think I'll use all 5. I may cut some shorter, who knows. But I decided just for, again, the movement and the length, we'll add some long dogwood in. So that's what we've got for today, everybody. And we're going to start off by placing in our foliage. And we'll start with our maple. Our maple. Not oak. Well, like I said, it was oak. So we're going to bring the camera down and we're going to get started, everybody. So one moment. So let's get down here. I'll bring it around here for you. I think I need this one a bit further. Oops, sorry if I'm moving the stand. Just trying to bring in a bit of light, so it makes it a wee little bit lighter. So it's another chilly day today, guys. Apparently some point today we're going to be getting a mixture of snow, wind, rain, so sleet really, I guess. But apparently we've had a weather warning. Oh my goodness. I've had a message off a lovely lady, Jamie, asking when I will start selling or advertising my foliage for my new business online or in a catalogue or anything like that. I am going to be doing it, but I need to very soon. I was going to plan for the end of the month, Jamie, but I don't know why I'm waiting for the end of the month. There's nothing to stop me from starting to advertise them, but I just need to register with the shipping company, the Royal Mail, so I can print off my own labels from their site and things like that, and then that's really all I need to do, and then I'm ready to go. But again, I will be just selling them on Facebook in the UK only, just so I can start to build up my custom base. And once I've built up my custom base and the lady who's going to be helping me has had an operation and is on the road to recovery, then we will start to go live after. So I don't think we'll be going live very soon. It could, I don't know, the operation she's having is quite intrusive, so it may not be till the summertime, who knows. I can't really give a date on it or a time period, but until then we'll just keep advertising our materials and our leaves, because it's just foliage that I sell. I won't be selling floral, so, and it's very hard to find different types of foliage. Right, let's get cracking. So I'm going to place in this longer stem, and we're going to start just before my hook, because it's the hook I don't want to be seeing, and I will place these more nearer. crikey, that one just doesn't want to go in. More nearer to the edge of the wreath with the longer pieces. The shorter pieces I may, here's my cat, guys. The shorter pieces I may bring in as well. So let's have a look. Stay there, Molly. I did put him in the house, guys, but my husband seems to have let him out. So we'll put the shorter piece here. If you can turn, these ones are really hard to turn around. If you can manipulate some of your leaves to go inwards and face the, you know, upwards, then that's great. If not, just, you know, pull them off and re-glue them on in the position you'd like them to be. And then it should all be good to go. But if you don't mind and you'd rather keep them as more of a natural look where they are facing different ways, then that's okay. And I'm placing these in the shorter pieces on top or more near to the inner side. I'm trying not to get my sleeve in the glue today. I've got all the glue off. I just don't want to go back with a jacket full of glue. So I'm going to place this one here. Just bend it down. My cat sat on them again. So I'm going to bring one here and then one here. In fact, I'll bring the longer part down here because I do want it more longer. I've got a leaf that's missing from here. So I'm going to pull one off of this single picks and reposition it onto there so it doesn't look like it's missing. Let's pull that glue. Oh, I've broken it. Oh, goodness gracious me. What am I like? Let's try again. Oh, gosh, it's so... doesn't want to come off. There we go. So there's a little prong here. So just glue it back on. It's obviously where one's fell. I'm going to pull this sleeve up a little. So I'm going to bring the longer pieces down so they hang further down. I've got an order coming. Molly, let me get to my things, please. I've had to order excuse me, some snowdrops because I've not got enough to do the wreath that a lady has requested. So we'll bring that one in. I should really go and get some more. I obviously haven't cut enough off. I need 2 more pieces here, longer pieces. So let me just grab 2 more. Sorry about that, everybody. I just... let's have a look. I've just found 2 more leftovers, but they're not extremely long. So I may just place these here to fill in excuse me, fill in this little area. I think I'm getting that cough my husband's had and my youngest son has also had. I keep telling them not to come near me, guys, but it can't be helped. But again, it doesn't affect my hands. And we'll place this one here as well, just to fill in a little bit of this area. And then I'm just going to place a few around on top of the wreath. I don't know why Marley's in here. There's no heating in here. I don't like him to be cold. I'm going to place two here, one here. There's a little gap there. Right, so we've done that. I've got 3 pieces. I could bring these in. Let's get them used. Well, let's see if there's anywhere else. I think we may want one here. So I'm just basically placing in a few where there may be some gaps. And I'm going to bring one coming in the centre as well. So it doesn't look too bold in that area. I'm going to place this one here to fill it up. Right, so we've now used those. Let's have a look at our fern. And I'm just going to add in the fern. The stems do have wire in, so you can manipulate them into a shape that you'd like them to be. So what I'm going to... Hello? DPD. Hello. How are you?
Oh, good. Just got to keep it moving.
Oh, lovely.
Alright, that one's yours, yeah?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sorry about that, guys. And then I'm going to... I didn't really hear him come. I didn't hear the van. Usually you can hear the van, the door on the van slide open. So I've brought one on the inner side, and then I'm going to bring one on the outer side. So I'm going to do it in a zigzag position. I don't think I've got that many on picks. I've done. I may have to pull some more off. And I'm doing this zigzag so I can balance the leaves out, and so it looks like the leaves are not just growing on one side. Oh, the cat's playing with my something now. So but I'm not going to be placing too many in. Molly, what are you playing with? Oh, you're playing with that cord. And then I'll bring one around here as well. So it's like in, out, sort of positioning. I may bring one in the centre. Just bring that there. I'm going to have to pull some off of the stem and place them on picks. if you don't have these picks that I buy them in the like probably about 500 to 1,000 at a time when I order them. You could use, you know, stems that you cut off the bunch and use the bottom of the stems. So cut your foliage or floral higher up, so then it leaves a little bit of a stem left there, and you could use that too as picks. That will save on your you know, finances. I'm just going to do 3 to start with. So let's just cut these down together. So we've gone in, and then we're going to go out. And then we'll go in. I'm going to bring this one here, coming out in the centre as well, opposite this one. So it looks like there's got a fern here as well, so it's not just here and then up here. So incorporate it in the centre. That's if you're doing a crescent shape wreath. And have that sticking out as well. So that's our fern added in. Our bow, I've left a space here because that's where I want our bow to go. Just look at the colour with the sage green. Doesn't that look pretty? Oh, I love it. So again, I may want to do one here and one here. I think I will in the end. Let's have a look. Again, I've kept the ribbon out. I may just even do one loop, guys. Let's have a look at the 2. Oh, I don't know. 2 looks quite nice. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go for it. While I'm talking about the bow, let's do it. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting the tail end. Now, I don't want 2 tail ends, so I'm only going to have 1, and I'm going to do it at around 6 inch. So I'll measure up to 12 inch on my mat, fold it over, twist, measure again 12 inch, go under towards your thumb and finger, just measure they're the same. If your fingers meet together, then you know you've got it correct. So I'm only going to have, or do I have 2 tail ends? Oh, I might have 2 tail ends. Why not? So let me just get a cable tie. And I've twisted it so this tail end can be forward. And I'll eyeball it. It's around here. And I'll just pop my cable tie through. Before I pull it to the tightest, I will pop in a floral wire through the centre of the cable tie, and then I'll pull and then chop the excess off. There we go. Lovely. So I've just, let's get the floral wire, and I'm just twisting the bow, not the wire, the bow twice. That's all you need. Again, as I say, you could use pipe cleaners or just floral wire itself. So let's just And I'm just going to pop those there as well. So that can go there, and then I'll do another one. Let's get a floral wire ready. How long did I do that tail end to there? So I'll pinch the tail end, measure 12 inches on my mat, then go under towards my thumb and finger, pinch it in between my thumb and finger, twist, measure 12 inch again, which is here. Now bring it under again so the correct side of the ribbon is facing, and then again it's about there. If I just crease so I can see, so we'll do that. I do know of some florists that don't use ribbon. They don't really care for it. I like ribbon. So let's just fold that over. I'm going to pull it a little bit because they're not meeting at the ends. Then twist the bow. And there is our other just 2 loop bow that we're going to use. Oops, I've dropped my pin. So let's just put that there. There we go. So, excuse me, I'm wanting the bigger bow here. Now I'm going to place these in now because I want the floral to be placed in around it, and I want the bow to look like it's sunken in and it's, you know, embedded into the foliage. So I'm going to get the wire, put a weaving needle through, just you bend it on the end so it doesn't fall off the needle. And I'm going to go here with this, pop it through. And plus, if you've got any health issues, it does help when you've got a weaving needle. It makes it, you know, much easier and less strain. And we'll place that one through there, pull that one through. Just make sure that that's where I want. I'm going to let those hang down at an angle to start with. I'll twist. And then we'll bend that inside the wreath. Oh, what have I just caught my finger on? Oh, it's the wire of the wreath. So we've got that there. Now with this one, I'm going to place here, and I'm going to do the same and attach it. I'm going to let these tail ends go that way on the top, and on the bottom I'm going to allow them to go downwards. So we'll do the same with this one. just position it first how I'd like it to sit. So we'll have those going in. And I'll do the same on the back, twist. Do that one. Oh my goodness, I've just, oh gosh, aren't I clumsy today? Put that like that. Let's grab the other ribbon bow. Do the same with this one and place that one here. So where did I place my weaving needle? Oh my goodness, guys, what's wrong with me? Oh, it's on the floor. That's one thing I always do. If it's not on top, it will be on the floor. So again, pop it through. Have a look where you'd like it to go. We'll have it around here. Pull it through and get the other wire. Pull that one through. Oh, I can't see it. There we go. Turn that over as well. The Valentine's Day wreath that we did, guys, that the gentleman wanted me to make, he's purchased it. He's going to be fetching it because he's working away. But he's going to be fetching it within the next 2 weeks. So that's gone. So let's just fluff our loops up on the bow. Oh, thank you. So they're like that. And then those there. Again, I may cut these shorter or I may just place ringlets in them. Saves me cutting it. So there is now our lovely pastel or lilac bow or bows. Right, so we've done with that. Now I'm going to, let's take the band off these. These come at just single stems like this. They don't come on a bunch. I'm going to add these in and around. The wire in these are not too sturdy. Well, I say sturdy, that's not the right word. Strong. So I'm going to bring one. Oh, I've just got it on the ribbon, guys. I'm not having a good day, am I? So I'm going to bring one in here. And I can see. Again, just adding that different little bit of texture. I'll bring one here as well. Just, you know, fluff them up a bit, or, you know, move them around to open them up. Unfortunately, the stems that the leaves are on don't have wire in. I'll bring one there. Cutting them down a little bit. I don't want them to, excuse me. I'm going to do a little bit, one on the side as well, to have it coming out. So in, out, in. Molly, can you move, please? I know, but you're sitting on me. Flowers. And I can't get to them. So we've gone out, in, out. So we'll bring one out here near the bow as well. Then in. So we'll bring this one here. Just lift up your leaves. And then one out as well. And then one back in. Where we place one, there's where we place the first one. Oops. Let's see if I need one out here. Yeah, I'm going to place one again at the side of the bow here, so it doesn't look too, you know, bold or anything. Add a bit of length to it. Oh, it's cold. So we're going to do this one here, again at the side, on the end of the edge of the wreath as well. So we've got in our trade scant here. I don't know whether to bring one in here. Yeah, I'll bring one in the centre. Put that there a minute. So that one's there. Let's just cut this real short, much shorter than the others. And we'll bring this one around the centre area as well. And get it in. There we go. So now we've got those. In as well. And this is what I was saying yesterday, guys. The bigger the leaves that you use actually covers up more of your grapevine. So that's a good thing. Excuse me. Now I'm going to want to place in some dogwood before we carry on. And I'm wanting these to go down and up here. Let's see which will be the best. And plus, I'm keeping these leaves on. They're very good quality. And again, they are a solid leaf, so they will cover your wreath as well. And also it will add a bit of different texture in to your arrangement. Let me just cut it at a 45-degree angle at the bottom so it slides into the wreath much easier. Lift up the foliage, and I'm going to have one sat here, coming up here, and these stems you can bend. So then we're going to bring one coming down here also. Let's just snip this stem. Let's have a look. Have that there. Let's just wipe a bit of that glue off. And then just twist it around. I do quite like them going down. I don't know whether to have one coming right down. The thing is, they are quite long. We can manipulate them. We've got little pink buds on the ends as well, which is really pretty. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this stem much shorter though, and I'm going to place one hanging really low. Again, for that lovely movement. So just move the bit out of the way. And I'm going to do that. Let's have a look. Oh, is that too long? I'm very fussy. I may cut that top piece off. Again, I don't want it too long. I could use these in and around, so we'll save those. I did have another one, guys. Please don't say that's not on the floor. I thought I got 5 out. I really did think I'd got 5 out. I have. It's here. I thought so. So I'm going to do the same with this one. So I'm going to stand up. It's easier for myself when I stand up. And again, that's exceptionally long, so we'll cut that piece off and just have that up there. Just move the foliage around so it's facing the correct way. So then these little pieces, I could place on the ends here. Let's place them on the ends. Just under here. Bring a bit of the white floral here. Now I've got the other one where I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm just going to use this piece coming out from the side where the main bow is in the middle and coming out this way. We need to bring the colour in here as well. And then this little piece that I've got here left from the stem, I'm going to save the leaves. I can use those maybe to fill in, but I'm going to cut that little piece off and I'm going to bring that also here. So then we've got it coming all around in different areas as well, and just weave them through within each other. So I've placed in now the white dogwood, and again I'm going to pull these off. And I'm going to place these also on picks. So then we can use these, instead of them becoming oddments, as a more of a solid leaf to add in. And we've only got 4, but you won't really notice that I've only got 4 with there's some already in from the dogwood, what's attached to them. So I could bring some of these on the outer side, just to bring more of a longer solid leaf into it. I'm just cutting off about 1 inch on each end. So I'll bring one here because there's a little gap here, right just there. So to fill that little gap, we'll bring this solid leaf in. And we've added that in there. So I'm going to do the same here. There's a little bit of a gap here as well, so incorporate that solid leaf there. I've got one on here, so I'll bring that one. Let's have a look. Definitely one up here. Let me place this one in first. Incorporate that there. I might bring one there. So So we've added in those. Oh, let me just grab my cup of coffee my husband's made. My husband doesn't go back to work until Monday. He's a 3-week Christmas break. Now, let's get a bunch. Oh, there's one what's been started, so we'll use that. So I'm going to be bringing these lavenders on the outer side. So I'm going to cut these 2 from the bunch that was already started. And then we're going to snip these as well. So what I'm going to do with these, bring some on the outside, some on the inside. Again, these are very fine, so I'm going to use them as a zigzag positioning, so they're up above as well as down below. So that's on the outside. Let's get one under here, bring that there so it mixes in with. I didn't. So out, in, out. We'll go around here. Right. In. Get one coming around here also where the bow is. I'm going to bring one coming inwards. Just one round here as well. Okay, and then I've got 2. I've just seen I've got 2 tiny pieces of leftovers here, so I'm gonna bring one either end. I can't. There we go. So I've got those in there. I will probably just round those off and then pull where you've dovetailed it in the centre outwards. I don't want big ringlets, just enough. Excuse me. So now that's done. Now again, I do have those. Now let's see about the hydrangeas. Yeah, I'm going to use the ones, I'm not going to use the big heads. I'll use the ones that I did on picks. I don't know if I want to use those yet. We'll see. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring these, one where the bow is, because there's a little gap here, so I'm needing to cover that little area. Let's move the leaf. So we've got one here. And again, I'm going to bring one out. I may bring one out there as well. And this is a great thing when you've got the hydrangeas. I just love hydrangeas. You can take them off, pull them off the head, so you can get more, you know, more out of them. So we've gone out, in, out. So I'm going to go just where this little gap is. And again, with it being quite a big head, even if once you've done, they're not big, but they're enough to cover, again, areas. Like here, there's a gap here under this loop. So we're going to want one in here. So we want one there. I'm doing these in smaller zigzags instead of having one here and then going on the outside and one here and then one here. I'm going quite close with them. So that's on the inside, so we need outside. Okay, there. Oops, I haven't cut that one. Okay. I mean, you don't have to use or cut the hydrangeas down. You can use the full head. That's if that's the sort of look that you're going for. Do I want one more here? And then one in here on the outside. So do I think I may bring one in to the center. Let's have a look. Yeah, but I'm not going to push it right in as depth. I'm going to bring it out slightly more so it's basically sticking out further than the others on the insides. So now we've got, and that's what it's looking like. I'll give you a view. You could even have it, if you wanted, guys, to hang it this way, so it's with the bow in the top center and have it just protruding down. So I don't need any more hydrangeas. Oh, I've just snapped. So let's just put these back on the band so they stay together. Let's have a drink. I know we need the dark purple. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look pretty? Oh, I love it. So let's have a look at these as well. I think these are just all attached to the bunch. Our crocuses. Yeah, we're going to bring the smaller crocuses in as well for the deep colour, for all the pastels to bounce off. So with them only being small on stems, we'll get those in. And they are push-ups too. But I don't want the leaves to be longer than the actual floral, so I'm not pushing them up too far. Excuse me. So we're going to bring these more on the top. I can just get that one in. Let me cut it a little shorter. Just lift up our bow. Like so. I'll see where I'd like. I'm going to have one around here as well. Bring those there. And then one near the end. So do I bring, for some reason I feel I need one there. So I'm going to cut that one. In fact, I may place this one in the bow. Around the centre point of our bow. Like that. So that is now our crocuses. I don't know about these. I think they needed around, I'm not sure. Something's telling me no. So I'll keep those there. Now let's get the poppies. Again, I don't care for these guys. They're quite furry and they don't look very good quality leaves, so I don't use them. I don't mind the brown stem, but I will just throw them away. And I'll cut again some more buds. And I don't keep this stem either with it being fur. I'll cut two down. So I've got two little buds. I could put those buds in here with those. And then I've got 6. I may add more. Excuse me, let's get the buds in first. Just add a little bit of the darker poppy bud in there. And then I'll do the same here as well. So now with these, I want the ones with the longest stem for the top and the bottom. I'm going to bring these here. We need a bit of colour in between the white. Just give the stem a little bit of a movement. I've got another one with a long stem, so I'm going to use that for the top as well. Let's just lift up our foliage. There. We'll bring the one around here where the white flower is as well. We'll do the same here. And I've got, or do I actually bring these? I'll bring these two up above. I'm going to cut them a little bit shorter. I'm going to, bring these around here. La, la, la. Bring those on top as well. So we've got them like that. I'm not going to put any more in. I want it to be quite delicate looking, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's the right word. Oh, and thank you so much to the lady who told me about what the code number was. 90. Oh, I've forgotten now. Oh my goodness, my brain's terrible. But yeah, a lovely lady reminded me it was the SKU number, was quite popular. I have actually ordered some more, but in different colours. I did that yesterday because I love them so much. Right, I'm going to get our limonium, and I think I'm going to keep it at this length, and I'm just going to add things in like that. So let's have a look where we can place them. Let's cut that there. And I'm just going to, manipulate the stem and give it a bend to it. If you want, you can just run your fingers down and it may open up the limonium to a more natural look. I want these mixed in on top. So bring that one there, and then the other one around the bow there. I may bring the odd one on the outside as well. I like to incorporate what I've got on top on the outer side. Let's use them. So I'm going to use these because I'm just positioning those for now, but because I've got them here, I'm going to try and get some here. They may not be seen as much. I think I've got two longer stems, yeah. So where it's more longer, we'll put the longer ones in with the longer stems. So I'm going to have one like there. So then we've got this one and this one. So I'll place one here. I just move it across. Place the other one around there. And then this one here. So that's where I'm going to position all the lemonium. So let's get the outer ones in first, with them being on the outside, because as I'm moving the wreath around, they may fall onto the floor. You know how clumsy I can be. So I'm just rubbing my hand gently down just to open them up. It gives off a wonderful texture. It's so pretty. I've got it in pinks and whites as well, but purple was very popular with the real flowers. And then this one on the top. Just under here, because there's a little bit of a dip and we want to keep that length, and it may keep it from, you know, flowing as well. So now let's grab the others and pop these in on top. Again, different texture, bit of rough texture. Again, I'm all for the rough and smooth texture with elements, and you know, it gives off that lovely balance of rough with the smooth, long with the short, the opposites. And then this one. Move that leaf out of the way if I can. So that's what we've got. I'm wondering whether to just put something around here. Maybe, I don't, do I place something in white? Now then, you see, I've been looking at the tulips today as well. Let's see about the tulips. So bear with me, guys. I just want some white tulips. If I can grab them. Yeah, I think the tulips will look really pretty. Now, I've got some here that I've just placed on picks, so I'm going to use those instead. And I've taken off the leaves. Oh, have I got one more spare? Yeah. So I'll use the white tulips just to add again, excuse me, that little bit of light colour to, again, like the dark, so things can reflect, or you know, and also brighten things up. Just by adding in some tulips. Let's place one here as well. I think I may bring one here. Yeah, let's bring one there. I may need to cut that actually. I don't want it too long. And I've got two. Shall I bring? Yeah, I'm going to bring those there. Where I place the limonium on the outer side. Let's just get those in there. Lift the head a little so they're noticed. Like so. I think I've lost my hook. No. So that's what we've done for that one. I'm not going to add any more in, guys. I wanted it to be quite subtle and not too busy. So I'm not going to place in these daisies, I don't think. Oh, I don't know. They do look nice. Maybe just the odd ones around the edge. I don't want them in here, I don't think. Oh gosh, I just can't make my mind up. Oh, let's go for it. Let's add a few in. So let's give it just a little bit around here on the outer side. They don't really add too much interest, you know, but I think if we just add them in and just give a different bit of floral around the edge. I'm wondering, something's telling me I need something there, and maybe here. Right, I'm going to pop those in there, just where the tulips are. And then I'm not going to add any more in. So lift up the leaves at the bottom. There, and we'll just add that one in as well. So that's all I'm going to do. Excuse me. Let's just get rid of all the mess. I'm not adding any more in. I didn't want it too busy, even though there is a lot there actually when I look at it. But isn't it a lovely, nice, soft colour? It looks really pretty. I love it. And again, just with a tiny little bit of dark colour, just to allow the pastels to bounce. Oh, what was that? Oh, I've got two. I've got two here. I've just dropped another one. Did I place them in somewhere? Maybe bring those there. Oh, I'm going to do that. Oh, gosh. I said I wasn't. I said I wasn't, guys, but they fell on the floor. I thought I'd put them all away. So I'm going to bring them in here. So I'm going to have a bit of floral there. And I'm going to do the same, the opposite side of this hydrangea. And I'll bring the little bit of floral there as well. Just like that, that's lovely. So that is our lovely purples, lilacs and whites spring wreath. Again, different from the blue. It still is pretty, and just by adding the extra little ribbons in as well. Right, let's just check that there's nothing sticking out. Right, I got a little tiny piece. I can get that, and that's it. Nothing else. So let's place it on the easel. I think I just need do I need that there? I may need just another. I'm going to cut this in half. I can see a little gap, and I want to just use some foliage just to hide away that gap. Let me just bring up the camera. Don't want you just looking at a plain the plain mat. I can't get all that in, guys. Let's bring it there. And what I can see is in there behind this bow it needs a bit more of some foliage, because I can see when I look down there's a gap and it doesn't look like I've quite finished off what I've started to do. It's better. No, is it the same? Yeah, up there. So I'm just going to pop this in as well here. I could find a spot for it. Yeah, there. So that's one loop, two loop. There we go. So there we have our beautiful lilac and white spring wreath. Excuse me. What would look lovely, you know, on anybody's door, especially, you know, even if you wanted it inside or on your summer door, summer house door, or anything like that. Just with the pastel tones of the foliage as well, but then also with the odd darker foliage which is on the dogwood, and then a little bit of darker fern, but not too much in the, you know, dark tones. I wanted it quite light, and then just again by adding the little poppies with them being rich, beautiful purple, and these purple crocuses as well, just dotting those around again for the light foliage to bounce off of the dark flowers, just to give it that lift. And also by adding the white in as well, even with the last minute, the little tulips, which look really pretty. You could, if you wanted, add bits of yellow in, maybe yellow lavender or yellow heather, or a stilby, things like that. Oh, it's alright, I've got sore lips. Gosh, I'm really getting run down. But you know, other or bits of ruscus that's got a yellow tip. Let's have a look. Let me grab one of these. Yeah. There's some of those what I've got yellow tips on. You could add in those as well, just to incorporate that and give it that little bit of more of a spring look. I could even do that and then just pop those in and around, which again make it look really spring effect. Oops, I've just pulled one off the stem. Again, just pop in on the inner side. You could do, and then bring something here. You know, just bring in that little bits of yellow, and you could even bring bits of yellow on the outside as well. So that's an idea to also incorporate into your arrangement. Let me put that back on. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope that you know, decide to give it a go and maybe incorporate the yellows with the whites and purples, just to give it a bit of a vibrant look to it as well. You know, it would look really pretty. Or try it in other colours as well. Maybe you want to try it in the you know, yellows and oranges, things like that. That would be quite pretty, you know, nice and spring looking, you know, and have fun with it, guys. Even if you do a full one, you know, that's fine. If you don't want bows or you don't do bows, you know, just put probably a big headed flower there, and just carry on doing what I've done without the bows in, and just probably put either a big peony there or an anemone or a big headed hydrangea there as well, or maybe a rose if you'd like to place in big roses as well. Oh, my cat's come to inspect. It's like the control, you know, quality control. But yeah, and just add in things like that instead of the bows And again, you could carry this on going all the way around as well. So I hope you have fun. Please press that subscribe button and that notification, so it should notify you when I do a next video or download a video, and so you don't miss out. And again, you know, show it to your friends and family and share it with them and see what they think, if they want to come along and join us as well. So I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. I won't be here tomorrow. I've got a lot on. I've got to try and get registered with the courier, and also I've got other things. I need to take some photographs of my stock, what I've got for my new business, and download those as well. I'm not very good at technology. I only know the basics, so it's a case of I will be shouting my son. He did IT when he went to college, so I'll be asking for a bit of his advice. So have a wonderful day, guys. Take care, and also have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. And good health. And if it's cold where you are, guys, wrap up warm and stay safe. So again, press that subscribe button and enjoy watching the videos, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye bye. Right, let's get a closer look without the cat, hopefully. Yes, I know you've got your say. Oh, I have to bring this forward so the cat doesn't walk in front of it. So there's the lovely, oh, I may have to zoom in. One moment, guys. There we go. There's the lovely 7/8 ribbon, the deluxe ribbon, where I've placed in the little ringlets at the bottom, just to shorten the length of the tail ends. And then just where I've placed in 2 loops of the deluxe ribbon here. Oh, I haven't cut that. That's a thought. I need to chop that. And that one at the top. Oh, my goodness. Haven't I gone lazy? And then we've got our lovely hydrangeas. If I can get it better. Can you see the little undertone of like a lilac colour with the green? You know, the sage green. And then we've got the lovely crocuses and our lovely limonium and our dogwood. And then our little tulips and the lavender, if I can get my hand here, the lavender here with the trade scantia. And also, I did see if the ferns here, and then these little, if I go here, it'll be better. These little wild daisies as well added in, and then our lovely maple, which all blend together lovely, and our beautiful deep coloured purple poppies. They're ever so nice, ever so nice. I need to get some more of those. They're so realistic. So I hope you give it a go, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful time doing it, whether it be in this colour or a colour of choice that you prefer. But enjoy and have fun. So take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.